It's 8 p.m. and here are our top stories.
This store means so much to this community. We are really excited to welcome them back.
The Table Mesa King Soopers is ready to reopen, nearly a year after the tragic mass shooting.
It gives me shivers right now just thinking about that day.
Boulder now able to finish one chapter and turn the page towards recovery.
This homecoming really signifies a momentous milestone in our healing journey.
A beloved boxing coach killed in the streets.
He give you the shirt off his back, you know what I mean? He was always there for you.
Police searching for the suspect behind the hit and run as the community remembers the man who made a safe environment for all.
I've heard a lot of people at the gym say that he had turned their life around.
A concert with a cause. Big name artists rallying together to help victims of the Marshall Fire.
It's quite a tragedy in our community.
I just live 3 blocks away, so I used to come down here and shop all the time. So it's been a real inconvenience being gone for a whole year.
I'm just looking forward to it getting back to normal.
Almost 11 months ago, we lost 10 people in our community. A gunman walked into the Table Mesa King Soopers and opened fire. That Boulder store has remained closed since then and now is ready to reopen and bring some healing to the community. Thank you for watching Denver 7 News on Local 3. I'm Jessica Porter.
I'm Danny New. There have been delays in the reopening, but doors are set to open tomorrow.
Denver 7's Ivan Rodriguez spoke with community members today who say reopening isn't only a matter of convenience. For them, it all shows a sense of rebuilding and strength.
It gives me shivers right now just thinking about that day.
It's been 11 months since the lives of 10 people were taken at the Table Mesa King Soopers.
It's quite a tragedy in our community. I've shopped at that King Soopers for about 24 years now.
For many, time brought with it reflection and rebuilding. The doors of this King Soopers reopening on Wednesday is another step toward recovery.
This community isn't just strong, it's stronger, and the reopening of this store signifies that strength and that we're continuing to come together as a community.
From the outside, some of the changes to the store are clear, with large windows across the front, a new entry, and higher ceilings with more light. King Soopers says safety was at the forefront of its designs, but couldn't elaborate on what was done.
Any specifics regarding the safety enhancements is proprietary information and could potentially, be a risk for us to share that. But we will always continue to focus on safety.
For shoppers, the reopening of the store feels like a step in the right direction.
It's a real community store. I went to several memorials afterwards, and people were saying, yeah, I met my husband in the parking lot. So I think it will mean a lot for the community to have a store so close by.
I wouldn't have any reservations shopping here again, not at all.
The store will officially open to the public Wednesday after a ceremony honoring the victims.
Looking forward to this event opening up, remembering the lives that were lost, but also looking forward to some positive and community building.
Ivan Rodriguez, Denver 7.
The shooter remains in the state mental health hospital in Pueblo tonight. Twice he has been found incompetent to stand trial. His next court hearing is in March. The Denver community is mourning a beloved boxing club owner killed in a hit and run. It happened early Sunday morning on South Elliott Street, where Joaquin Romero lived. His father, Oscar, says he had just stepped out of an Uber when a driver hit him and left him to die not too far from his front door. Romero was the owner of Topiera Boxing Club on Clay in Alameda. News of his death has been difficult to swallow for both his family and all of his clients.
It's kind of surreal. I can't believe that he's gone yet.
I was extremely sad. I just hard to comprehend stuff like that. Like one day you see a person and the other day he's gone.
Denver police say this Hummer seen here in this Crime Stoppers flyer may have been involved in the hit and run, but they're still investigating. A GoFundMe in Joaquin's name has also been created, and so far it's raised more than $40,000. If you would like to donate, we have a link on thedenverchannel.com.
The family of Devon Bailey has reached a $3 million settlement with the city of Colorado Springs. The 19-year-old was shot and killed by police in 2019. His death sparked protests against the excessive force used by police. As part of the settlement, the city says it is committed to implementing more police training and changing policy. The family's attorney says that portion of the settlement is critical.
The city's persistent denial that they did anything wrong shows exactly why this training that is mandated in our settlement is so necessary. If they continue to bury their heads in the sand, it will just happen again and again and again.
The officers who killed Bailey were later found to be acting in self-defense.
An Aurora mom is celebrating her daughter's birthday without her. Lashea Stein walked out of her mom's house 5.5 years ago, and there has been no sign of her since.
How do you go this long? How do you go this long and I have the same phone number? I live in the same house. How do you go this long without at least picking up the phone and at least saying, even if you don't want to come home, I'm all right. Goodbye.
Do you still have thoughts that she'll walk up this sidewalk someday? No?
Those thoughts dwindled long ago.
Denver 7 anchor Ann Trujillo sat down with Sabrina Jones to talk about Lashea and what she really thinks happened to her only daughter. That interview tonight on Denver 7 News at 10. Mesa County Clerk Tina Peters was detained and released by Grand Junction Police today. Police were carrying out a search warrant for Peters' iPad after the DA's office believed she may have recorded a court hearing yesterday afternoon, which is prohibited. The picture released from yesterday's hearing, and you can see Peters behind the attorneys with what appears to be a white iPad perched on the courtroom bar. Now, the courts say they want to review any video, deleted or not, to determine if Peters was in fact recording the proceeding. Peters was attending a hearing for a burglary and cybercrime case against her former deputy clerk.
People impacted by the Marshall Fire have until midnight tonight to opt in or out for the debris removal program. However, we should note the county will remove immediate hazards regardless of what a homeowner chooses. You can find the form on Boulder County's website. Meanwhile, we are still waiting to find out which contractor will be selected to clean up that area. The county hasn't said how much that will cost, but town leaders in Superior say it could run $75,000 per lot.
Dave Matthews, the Abbott brothers, One Republic, Brittany Howard, and Nathaniel Rateliff. Those are just a few of the performers taking part in a benefit concert this month for Marshall Fire victims.
But we'll have to jam out at home because the concert is going to be virtual. However, Denver's own Nathaniel Rateliff says it'll still be worth it to tune in.
We're excited to help out with this issue. A lot of these homes that were destroyed are middle-class families that are underinsured. And so we really want to hopefully keep people located where they are and keep them from having to relocate. Hopefully we can do an old-fashioned barn raising for this small community.
Tickets will go on sale starting tomorrow morning. They're asking for $10 each, but of course you can donate more. Those who get tickets will receive a link to the virtual benefit concert, which will be held on February 28th. For the record, I have seen Brittany Howard in concert twice at the Alabama Shakes, and I am very pumped for this, Jess. Hope everybody enjoys this, and we'll have all the details for you on our website on thedenverchannel.com.
Coming up on Denver 7 News at 8. They promise to take the stress out of car buying, but customers are anything but pleased.
Do not do it. Run away from these people at all costs.
Damaged goods and trouble over titles. Contact Denver 7 has Carvana in its crosshairs.
Does Colorado need to take action?
Colorado needs to immediately stop them from doing business and investigate.
And a local nonprofit over the moon about its new mascot.
He was just like their dog. We call them big grass puppies.
Plus, the Broncos find a serious bidder to buy the team.
Sunny and mild today. I have both flakes and a 60-degree temperature in the 70s.